What up, what up? It's your boy Slim City Live, man. One on One Talk Show. This is the sport edition. This is about business and how to become a millionaire in 2 days. I'm just playing. It's my man Tommy G in the building, CEO in the middle. What's going on, man?
What's good? Appreciate you.
Yo, man, well, first and foremost, welcome to Florida. I know you've been here for a minute, but you cool, man. I guess we full, but we let a couple of people in every once in a while.
Yeah.
So we're going to let you stay because you look like you pay your taxes.
I appreciate you. Yeah,
so what's going on, man? You like... So much has been done and so much has been accomplished, man. First and foremost, congratulations.
I appreciate it. You know, Michigan, high school and college. Been down here as soon as I graduated from college. Okay. And we've been here for about 14 years. Figuring it out, you know, Miami is a fun place.
Very fun.
But you can also get some work done down here,
yes.
And it's a motivating place. So that's what I like about down here. Like, even when those days you feel like you got things going, you drive down the street and somebody will speed past you in a Rari, and you're like, all right, never mind. Let me get back to work. Let me go figure something out.
All right, so when you came straight out of college down here, were you doing the corporate route first? Like, what made you what happened and you was like, I'm done working for people?
No, good question. So I've always had a job. So like coming out of college, that was my main thing, like get a good job. You know, my parents showed me a good living growing up. So like I wanted to emulate that. So that's what I did. I went out, got good jobs, and I kept a good job while I always had something else going on. So
your private.
Okay, so gotcha. I always say like it's good to have a 9 to 5, but it's better to have a 5 to 9. Like something else that you're working on that's for you. That's gonna benefit you. And that's what I did coming out of college. So as I got jobs, I also started my first business coming out of college.
And which was the
headwear business.
Headwear.
Cool heads. Yeah.
That was like keep your head cool, like for bald head people like me?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it was for it was my first product out of college. I'm a hooper too, so I would always wear a towel on my head. And it would always fall off. So in my senior year of college, I got with the apparel and textile department, got some interns.
Oh, wow.
And then those interns helped me make a product that actually stayed on your head. And then once I put that product out there, people liked it, and I kind of kept going from there.
Okay, so what was your biggest lesson from, you know, I guess being an accessory, creating an accessory to something you love, to kind of going into like photography and film? Like what was that transitioning period, and like what did you learn? Like, cause you know it's hard to like. Because, you know, that idea kept you close to the game.
Yeah.
Your next one kind of can keep you close to the game, but, you know.
So, it's funny you say that. So, in college, I would always take photos and stuff. Like, that was just kind of like my hobby, you know. And as I grew up, that became like a thing. So, I'm at work, and I'm seeing all these people become photographers. I'm like, I want to be a photographer, right? So, I'm like, all right, let me start this company, you know. So, I made a company and to do it. But I had the confidence because I already created a company, so I know the process. I know like starting a business isn't hard for me, but to other people it's a mountain. You know, so at that second business, I'm like, all right, let me start this photography company, and then I started to be a photographer for like 2 weeks, and like I don't like this. I'm not about to chase people around and
the editing.
What? No. So it became a job, and I'm like, I'm straight. So I started to think, how can I transition that company, and then I used the skills that I had from my job. Like I said, I always kept a job. So my 9 to 5 is digital marketing. So
come on,
yeah. So that's my 9 to 5. So I just took those skills from my 9 to 5 and I put it into Flash First Media. So transformed it from a photography company to a digital marketing company, and now we do web development. SEO, brand development.
So you're like a one-stop shop.
One-stop shop. So we've got clients all over the country.
So it's more like subcontractors? Like, say I have a skill, I could be under your umbrella to be...
No.
No,
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, but not like that. No.
I don't know what I'm talking about. Clearly. See, that's why you ask questions. So you can fully understand what people talk about.
Real talk. So the company, Flash First Media, so what we'll do for you, if you came to me, like, you know, you got an idea for your business and you want to start a website for it. So we're going to design that website for you, get your URL, get you online, and make sure your website's online. And then the second layer of that business is SEO. That's search engine optimization. Y'all should write that down. Search engine optimization. A lot of people don't know I do a lot of things, but I'm also a SEO expert. So we're able to get your business from just the bowels of the internet to the top of Google.
Oh, Lord.
And then once you're at the top of Google, your phone rings all the time. Whatever business you're in, if you're lawn care, you're now at the top of Google. Everybody's calling you. Okay. If you're transportation, you're now at the top of Google.
You're like a professional wedding MC?
If you're like a professional wedding MC, now you're at the top of Google, and now your phone's ringing all the time, and now you're like just turning away business, and now I'm brokering business to other people.
Subleasing.
Yep. There you go.
Okay. So, yeah, I got to call you. I got to blow your phone up, man. All right, man. So when did you really become a family man? And how did that, and when did you become a family man, and how did that lifestyle change kind of like help you in business?
Great question. I didn't know we was bringing up that, but that's a great question because that's a great question because that's what makes things work. Okay. I believe, having a wife is what makes men great. And I wasn't great until I met my wife. I'm still working on the great part, but you know, she makes me better. She like encourages me to make me complete things. You know what I mean? And then when the kids come involved, like you gotta complete things. You gotta show. You can't show up home with no money. You know what I mean? Yeah. So the kids are the other element that just kind of makes it like, all right, just wake up and go to work. It doesn't matter.
It's like another gear for you.
Yeah,
I agree. Because when my daughter, I just felt like all these things in my past life that I didn't complete, I feel like I just had to complete them. Just because I felt like I don't want nobody to tell her, oh, your father he didn't finish. Oh, no, it ate at me crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the reasons I went back to school. One of the reasons I feel like it came over. Yeah.
It's that next level of fire that it's like, all right, what didn't I do that I got to do? You know what I mean? And then as they grow up, you just keep elevating. That's what I try to do. You know
okay, now let's the NEMT.
Yes.
What's that about?
Yes. So that is non-emergency medical transportation. That is a industry where we pick up older people, seniors, people in wheelchairs, stretchers that needs to go to appointments, getting released from the hospital, all those sort of things. All those things have to happen every day.
Every day.
So I own a company, and it's called Safe Travels Transportation, and we're one of the biggest companies in Palm Beach County, and we've been doing that for almost 6 years now. Okay. And it's a great industry, man. I know there was an interview with Pusha T recently. I was talking about it earlier, and he mentioned that he has an NEMT company, and it's rewarding and from multiple reasons.
Yeah, providing a service, man. Like I do work my day job. And I do see a lot of like older people, and like their lives are different. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. And it just makes me not take my youth for granted at all, because it's for a lot of those people they're alone, they're stuck. Yeah, even when it comes to like just simple tech, I can't even tell you how many times, maybe 2-3 times a week, I'm buying a random person an Uber home. Wow, they're just literally stuck out there. They don't know. They're on their cell phone. You know how I go, older people in technology. And I'm just like, man, it makes me take my health a little bit serious. But once again, I don't take my youth for granted. And it's good to be in an industry where you can literally see like the stress off their faces and bodies when they got to worry about getting home safely. Somebody responsible taking them from point A to point B, and somebody that just cares. You got to hire people that care.
Absolutely. No, that's one of the things that you really get out of that business, like the comfort you hear in people's voices. That's what we try to provide mostly, in that industry. If you can provide customer service and just care, you can make, a lot of money in that industry. So and these people,
we all got a grandma.
Yeah, exactly. And it's an industry that you literally get your heartstrings pulled every time you answer the phone. And they'll tell you the whole story. You're gonna hear the whole story. They're gonna tell you. You listen. You're empathetic, and you try to help as much as you can, and try to just be, part of the solution. You know what I mean? So,
man, that's awesome. Yeah. I'm pretty sure the success of that business allows you to do more things, more passions.
Yeah.
Like this next one we're going to talk about. Yeah, the Remix
Sports Media.
Remix Sports Media. Now, how did that come about, and what made you want to get into the sports industry?
Yeah, so going back to college, I actually was an intern for the Detroit Pistons.
Okay, dope.
Yeah, so I was an intern for the Detroit.
What years though? Like winning years?
So yeah, winning years. This was Chauncey Billups, Ben Wallace. This was championship years. I was an intern for the Pistons. And
they got one of the twins playing for them now, out of Florida.
Really? The Thompsons?
Yeah.
They're from Florida?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, the twins. Yeah,
okay, yeah.
Florida boys.
Definitely out in Detroit now. But so I was an intern out there, and I loved the experience. I was at every game. I was behind the scenes. It was great. And but I ended up leaving the internship because it was just too far from my college. I was driving like an hour and a half. Oof. But
so Bob,
it was a drive. But in hindsight, I should have stuck it out.
Yeah.
That would have put me, where,
who knows?
Who knows? You know what I'm saying? So that's always.
You'd have been a GM by now.
You feel me? So that that's always kind of like my in life. So when I, got a chance to make an impact, I'm like, all right, I hate the way sports sound. Like I hate listening to these non-people that sound like me talk about sports.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, all right, let me do some research. I started to do research and found out that other people hated it too, and I wasn't just me. And then from there, I just built another company. I built enough companies to have confidence to build more companies. You know what I'm saying?
So what do you think is the hardest hurdle for you overcoming this particular new venture of like sports media?
Great question. Finding money. Like, be real. Like, it's fun to do shit. Like, people see me and my team. We're out a lot. You know what I mean? But like, one of my first goals with the business was like, I want to be at the games. I want to be on the floor. That check got checked off way faster than
you thought.
And you realize there's no money would be in there. You're just, you know what I mean? You didn't get paid to be there. You're covering sports. You know what I'm saying? So you got to figure out the business of sports. How do you make money from your sports venture? How do you make money from your coverage? How do you make money from your platform? And those are the hurdles that I'm now involved in.
Okay, but I'm going to give you a tip. They got this company called Flash Media.
Okay.
Get your little web design.
Yeah.
Get the SEO marketing.
And then we good, right?
Yeah, get those clips up on the back.
Yeah. And now we back there.
Man, that's dope, man. So who you got kind of like what are the first, for the sports show, what are the sports media, I'm sorry, that are like, who's pioneering this for you as far as talent?
So I'm behind the scenes. I'm not. You're not gonna see a show by me. Just so you know, like this even here is a stretch. I'm not really like that too tough. But Jeff Fox was the first on-air personality we signed. He's one of the best sports voices in South Florida history. And we got him on the team first. He was a big legend, and he was a big pioneer to what we were doing, and we had the same vision on where to take sports. So once we met through a mutual friend named Chris City, we then just kept going, you know what I mean? Yeah. So after we had a few conversations, we decided to create a show called the Miami Man Cave Show.
Okay.
And Jeff Fox hosted that show, and we did a full season. It's a sports show mixed with hip hop.
Okay, got it.
So we've interviewed people like Stephen A. Smith, DJ Khaled,
it's a big name,
Uncle Luke, Trick Daddy.
Yeah.
You know, we kind of ran the gamut in season 1. And season 2 we're gearing up for in the fall here.
Okay, so are you gonna be is he just more on all sports, or are we gonna be focusing more on like college football?
So we're everywhere. So the main focus of the Miami Man Cave Show, in particular, is Miami. So I wanna be involved with as many Miami voices that matter as possible first, and then as we get through those, then we'll flower out. But we're just being selective, you know.
Can I just put this out there right now?
Okay.
Are we gonna be doing anything for this Colorado UCF game?
UCF or USF?
UCF. They play UCF in Orlando this year.
Really? Wow. Oh yeah. I'm
trying to get there.
We might have to figure something out.
Yeah, I'm getting on that I've got a Brightline ticket. I bought my Brightline ticket already. I don't have tickets to the game.
Just catching the Brightline up there?
Just gonna go up there. I'm gonna try to maybe buy something online like after the first quarter when the prices drop drastically,
and then just come in at the second. Okay.
Yeah. So
I never heard that strategy before. That's a new one on me.
Oh, you go to the box office after the first quarter,
and the tickets be cheaper.
That's a dating hack, y'all.
All right, you heard it here first.
You know what I'm
Slim
saying?
City.
Free game. You know what I'm saying? But those, I like these big media ideas, but I like different aspects of it. Like, yes, it's cool to watch Pat McAfee. I'm a big Pat McAfee fan. I've been following him way before, like, when he was a punter, I came across him back when he still was in the league. So me seeing it from the ground up, like, I love seeing those type of things. You know what I'm saying? So, but what I loved about him, which is why I follow the Man Cave, is that you get let's be honest, the ESPN, the Fox, but then you need that sidebar. You want that Pat McAfee angle. You want that, that Man Cave angle. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because they can be more free, be more honest. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That's what we love, like, inside the NBA on TNT. Because it's honest and it's real. People. Like, that's why those athletes and those people are winning, because I want an unbiased, I don't want to be controlled by the network answer. Yeah. That's why I go now. That's why I look for in sports media. So when I see things like what you're doing, it's like, okay, he keeping it 100. Yeah, and that's what we're trying to tap into. That's the audience that the business plan is for. Okay. Is the audience that's not looking for your standard. Mm-hmm. He hit another three. So we're trying to create that vibe that brings sports culture back to sports culture. You know what I mean? Are we tapping into high school? So that's been asked a lot. Actually, well, you're a porter, right? So I haven't. We haven't officially did it, but we've been asked a lot by high school more parents than kids. I'm gonna say that it's more parents than kids. Yeah. But to cover high school sports because it's so big down here. So I wouldn't say that wouldn't be a possibility. No, for definitely. Us. Just to see what's coming up in the future, man. I follow a couple pages on Instagram, and I just feel like I'm always in the loop. So I used to do AAU with Team 9, and I used to coach high school, and just seeing, like, what these kids are doing now, and the skill level is crazy. South Florida kids getting NIL deals in high school. Yeah, NIL deals. What's going to happen out here? Yeah, no, there's a lot of money in high school now, sports, and the more that these kids perform, because they're much more skilled than we were at our age. Not even. Like, we had 2 moves and a layup. Yeah, and a layup. You know what I'm saying? That's it. And the dude that had 3 moves was cold. Yeah. Now, these kids is... Come on, what they're doing now is this... The only thing I wish I would see more now in today's game is, like, kids just playing more outside and more freely instead of more training. Yeah. I think there's too much training and not, like, a more of naturally figuring out things on the court, playing 3, 4, 5 pickup games. Yeah, so that's what some of the top coaches are talking about. They're saying that's why European players are coming over here better, is because they practice more than they play. Yes. Versus here, we play more than we practice. And I love practice, by the way. Yeah, I mean, well, if you think about it, especially because I have a young kid, he's 4, and he's in these little leagues, and it's like breaking some of the habits that I'm trying to teach them because they want they want everybody to participate. But if everybody participates, you don't weed anybody out. They're just there for the check, really. You know what I mean? They don't care if your kid is good, better or not. You know what I mean? So, like, is you in like a rec league? Yeah, I coach. I ain't gonna call him out, but everybody gotta play one quarter. Everybody gotta play a few minutes. Everybody gotta stand in the same spot. No real defense. Bro, you know yourself. So, but the kids that can actually play at that age get frustrated because they're like, why can't I play defense? Or why can't I? You know what I mean? And they don't. So, I get it, but but we will. And to conclude that, I think covering youth sports is something that will be a possibility, man. For sure. Definitely, man. So what else you got going on? I know you have another branch of the. I heard you were talking earlier about track, like motorsports. So we have 3 on-air personalities. I like to shout them all out while I'm here. Jeff Fox, he is our Miami Man Cave show host. He's our executive. He's part of the team. We have Matt Buckets. He actually was playing in this one-on-one league we got going on back here. Okay. He was playing in that league, and we met, and he's become one of our top media personalities for Miami Heat and like on the scene sort of coverage. He's got a lot of great interviews out there. And then we also have our newest member, Armani DePaul. Armani DePaul is a host of the new show called Talking Track. And it's all about motorsports. So he's giving to you motorsports in a way that you never heard of. It's South Florida is I didn't know, has a huge racing community. Big time. And been on 27th? So he approached us, young kid in college, and he's super professional, and we love everything about him, and we bringing him to the team. And listen, if y'all not at every Cars and Coffee,
Oh yeah, cars and coffee. You're gonna see us.
You know what I'm saying? You better be. I'm going in. I better see y'all. I'm gonna call you directly. Where y'all at, man? Yo.
Yeah, but we just getting him activated. That's the newest show. But that's our goal. Is just keep creating good content, good brands we can put our name behind on shows, and then just make great content for people to subscribe to. Subscribe now, by the way.
What's some of that the motorsports angle that you're going is they got 2 big tracks down here, Daytona and Homestead Speedway. F1, the car culture community here is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And a lot of rich people got cars they want to show off down here.
Absolutely.
A lot of classic cars down here, and they go crazy, man. Cars and coffee is like, I'm a kid in a candy store. And I remember high school days meeting over at Davie by Towers Shop Friday nights. You know what I'm saying? I was in my mama car, but guess what?
We there.
The Civics was out there, the Hondas, the BMWs, you know? Yeah. I just think that's a dope angle because that's one of those sports that is like on the rise and a lot of
on the rise and underreported, I believe.
Yes,
you know, and to have somebody that's so into it, like Armani,
the real passion.
Yeah, real passion, like not a fake passion. We're trying to bring somebody over to it's in his blood. So all we have to do is give him the platform, and that's what we're doing.
Is there any other sport out there you really want to kind of get into, or?
I still need a football face.
Football.
Yeah, so we're still looking for on-air personality to really cover football. Our passion is basketball. That's where the kind of the crust of the company comes from. So from here, we're looking for good football face to send out to these practices, these games, and get the content.
Y'all out here. See y'all on Instagram every day posting content. Y'all better tap in. They're looking for talent. You know what I'm saying?
Real talk.
They Tommy 10 toes down, bro. I'm gonna tell you that right now, man. Is this gonna be like your last business you're building for a while, or or you just can't help yourself?
Another great question.
You can't help yourself?
I can't. I mean, I can. So I can help myself.
Yeah.
But I like to have a diverse portfolio. Like right now, none of my businesses rely on each other.
Okay.
If one of my businesses stops tomorrow, I've got 3 more that are running, So, and another thing, like your business, you don't have a business if you can't leave it for a week. If you can leave it for a week and you come back and it's still alive and the walls aren't, you know what I mean? Then, so I built actual businesses. So, I want to do more of it.
Do more.
So the latest thing I'm in is I franchise Safe Travels Transportation. So that's a whole job in itself. So now people pay to be involved in the brand, and then I have to manage them to success.
Yeah, until they can walk on their own.
And even when they're walking on their own, we still want to
check in and
you know what I mean. You want to make sure that they're
get those residuals, y'all. That's what's up.
It's a good word.
So. Anything else you want to wrap this up with, man? Like, it's your world, your platform. The world is yours.
I always in my interviews with the same thing. Fall in love with the word how. How is the most important word that you ever run into. Most people in the world stop at the word how. When you don't know how to do something, you don't know how to start a business. There was one point you didn't know how to tie your shoe. You understand? So the more that you fall in love with that word how and defeat the word how and get on the other side of the word how, it's no other greater feeling. You know what I mean? No matter what the how is.
Well, we'll give them the socials.
You can follow me directly at CEO Tommy G on Instagram, or you can go to the website, www.ceotommyg.com. All my businesses are laid out there, and then you'll be able to follow whatever thing that you was interested in.
Now, can I ask you another question? So people see the success from the outside looking in. We outside, all the people we know. So how do you kind of weed out those who are serious as opposed to those who are like just wasting your time?
Great question. You got a lot of good questions, man.
Hey, man, I'm trying to get like you.
You know what you're doing, man.
I'm trying to buy Louis shoes too, bro. Hold on. I want some Louis shoes.
So, they can't even see that.
I even lose your head.
I'm not a coach. Like I'm not trying to teach everybody everything. Like I'm not trying to sell my services, but I do sell services, right? So people that find me or they find my companies first.
Yeah.
So that's how I live. Like all my businesses, if you go to any other websites, you won't see my face on any of them. So they all live by themselves. So that's how I can kind of stay separate, right? So people that want my services go to my business. They don't necessarily know. Like people will learn I own all these business on this interview.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry.
It's okay. So that's how I weed out that. So the people that actually know what I do and know how I can get down, they literally will come to my office at my house and we sit there and talk. You know what I'm saying? So the people that are serious and they watch this interview, they're gonna know who they are. They sit in my office with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really out here trying to teach everybody. You know what I'm saying? That's just not my. I'm
not trying to have no master class.
I'm not. I mean, I'm not. I mean, that'd be cool one day, but that's just not my goal. You know what I'm saying? I like to keep doing things and then watch the results.
That's what's up, man. Listen, man, this is my boy Tommy G. There's a baga businesses, a baga success. So make sure y'all top it with him. All the socials are gonna be probably somewhere on the bottom of the screen right here. Shout out to the post-production team. We'll make this happen. This is the One On One Phoenix TV talk show movie. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay up with us, follow us, and wait for bigger, better, and great things. Appreciate it. Tommy G, thank you so much, man.
Love, appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
Oh, shit.
Great job! That's all, folks.